Hey, my name's Hazem, and today we're gonna see why this stupid door handle costs $850. Well, that's the Hoser price, but this is a Schlage, a Legion door handle, and sometimes this is what the customer wants. Now, you look here, you got, oh, what is this? ND80P6D RHO0626, blah blah blah. So the part number is quite long because you can literally order this in a million different combinations. So ND is a series of locks, and then 80 is the function. So you got different types of functions for whether the handle opens or locks or stays locked or whatever. There's so many different actions that you've got. And then RHO is the handle type, and then 626 is the finish, and then S123 is the keyway. So now we open this box. What we end up with is we've got the door strike, and we've got some screws, which are super important. Don't lose these because you need them. You'll never find them anywhere else, especially not for a lock like this one. And then you've got the template. The template's also super important because you'll notice, even it's in Mexican, but on this side, okay, look it. So you'll notice that you've got a standard hole for the door and a standard hole for the latch, but the Schlage locks, and these are considered like grade 1 locks because they're super strong. That's why they're expensive. You have to make 2 additional holes, and so the first time you try to install one of these, it'll take you like 2 hours, because you can see in the ND series how many parts there are. We're gonna open this up, and you've got all kinds of pieces, and you gotta follow the instructions. But if you've done one, once you do a couple, they're not so bad. But the thing is, you got one set of instructions for all the ND lock types. So there's you've got like ND10s, for example, just open, and then you've got, now they started including this this thing. I haven't, when I bought a bunch of these locks last year, they didn't have a tailpiece. But now they're including these tail pieces, and on the ND80s at least. But I don't know what the tail piece is for. Anyway, we've been yapping for 3 minutes and we haven't even gone to the lock. So here's a lock. Now it's a big, bulky thing. You can see how big this lock is, and it's heavy. It's like 5 pounds at least, maybe 10 pounds. But one of the things is the handle. So this mechanism is extremely solid, but the handle is also really solid, and a big hand can grip this thing comfortably and not get to the end. And the reason we use the lever handles now instead of the knob handles, you can buy a knob, but you can buy levers in all different models and styles and finishes. So 626 is a brushed stainless steel finish, which is the most common, but you can get all kinds of different, you can try all different kinds of finishes depending on the building. And then the reason we use the lever is because the people who don't have hands, or if you've just got a stub for a hand, you can still open it. Whereas not everybody necessarily can grip around handle these days. So this is the other side. So now the other thing is ND80 has a lock, and this always stays locked. So this ends up on the inside of this ends up on the outside of the door. Sorry, on the inside of the door. So you can always open the door from the inside with this handle, and then this side goes on the outside. You can unlock this door, but you can't leave it unlocked. That's an ND80 function. If you went with like an ND10, for example, you wouldn't have any there'll be no cylinder, so you wouldn't be able to lock or unlock the handles. And we've also got like the ND50s, which is like a bathroom lock. So there's all kinds of different styles. You got also styles that can lock or unlock depending on how you set them up. You can leave it unlocked. Now you also have to remember you need to order there's all kinds of different cylinders and keying. So if you got a building, let's say with 1,000 door handles, you can get them all keyed alike. And you better figure it. If you have a project, you better figure that out before you buy your locks, because if you don't, then you end up having to hire a locksmith to come out later and change all your cylinders, which could be very expensive. So you want to avoid that. Or you also want to avoid if you just order these without specifying the locking mechanism or the keying, each one will come with a different key. And then if you'll piss off everybody at your job site, so you don't want to do that either. And of course we've got the latch here, so this is the latch, which is the other part to put in. So you can usually get these if you've ordered the standard colors, you can get these in about 2 to 3 weeks, or even faster. Actually, some people stock them, so you can get them right away. But if you got a big project, you might order from the factory and get a better price. So if you got any questions, please post a comment. Thank you.